Today in Competu's Corner, we're going to look at the topic relations. When we're looking at the coordinate plane, we have a few things we need to identify first. So this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. The point in the center, we call that the origin. That has an ordered pair of 0, 0. And looking at the different ways you can express relations, we have ordered pairs. So we have 1, 2, which means the x value is at the value of 1 and the y value is at 2 across the axes. And then we have -2, 4 and 0, -3. We can also look at a table, and that's paired the same way. So for instance, there's my ordered pair 1, 2, just expressed a different way. And it kind of goes down. We have all my x values in one column and my y values in the other column. And the last way we're looking at is mapping. Same sort of idea. This is 1, and there's an arrow in 2. This is my x value. We call those the domain. The domain is all the values that appear in the x, and the range is identified with y values. Now, when looking at the coordinate plane, we're going to plot these points. So again, there's my x-axis, there's my y. So my first point, 1, 2, I'm going to go to the right 1, because that's on my x-axis, and then I'm going to go up 2. So there's my point right there. That coordinate, that ordered pair is 1, 2. Then the next point is -2. So I'm going to go 2 to the left on my negative side of my axes for my x value, and then my y value goes up. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm approximately right there. That's -2, 4. For my final point, I'm at 0 for my x value, and I'm going to go down 3. So then I go down 1, 2, 3. There's my point right there. That happens to be on the y-axis. In looking at a real-life situation, we're talking about the height of a tsunami as it travels across an ocean. So my x-axis, we have the time. And my y-axis, I have the height of the tsunami. So this graph is basically saying as time increases as it goes on, the tsunami gets higher and higher. Now we're introducing two new vocabulary words here. The word independent, and that's what comes first. So first we're talking about time. Time comes first. As time goes on, then we're talking about our dependent variable, and that's our height. So as time goes on, then the height is going to get higher. In our last example, this one's looking at students taking an exam. So again, my independent variable, my variable that comes first, is time. Again, as time goes on, what happens? Hopefully the student's doing well in the test and they answer more questions. There are a few kind of dips in the graph, and that could just be that maybe one question's harder than the other, or maybe they're taking some time to think about it, or they're not sure about it, or taking a break. And so that's what happens. It's a steady increase. As time goes on, the number of questions answered increases.